Hello everyone, welcome to part 7 of my Remnants 4 Let's Play. May actually be part 6 or part 8, I honestly can't remember and I don't want to check, so whatever the title says, that's what part it is. Let's get back into this. Maybe the final part, depending on how I feel. It's kind of late right now, so if the part goes on for like over an hour, I might feel like stopping it before a certain point, or like, if it goes on for a while, but I think it might be possible to finish tonight, so the last we left off. And by the way, I plan to do after the Lost 4. I'm going to do that part C for the campaign. That's when I'm going to do that. So expect that once this is done. So yeah, we're doing the Survivor, right?
There's an old photograph here. Picture of Alexis and his brother Marcos.
The civilian killed at the church? The landmine, right?
Yeah. Although honestly, it was a small miracle he'd made it that far.
Hmm. Tell me more about Marcos.
Poor guy.
Okay,
He
so
always
this
seemed to
is
be in
the
the wrong
Marcos
place at
is
the
the
wrong
brother
time.
who isn't
He
a
made it through
gorilla.
the airstrike, but only to get caught up in the assault that followed right after.
I think I'm
There
going to
were
go
still gorillas in
pacifist
the
on
town,
this run. I don't like
even
the
after
idea
the
of him
strike.
picking up arms and fighting. It seems kind of too
Oreokastro, it wasn't
movie-like, or
just
too
a
like
town. It's
doesn't
become a
seem
symbol
to
of
fit his character if he
resistance.
was
It was important for
anti-war,
both
basically. Or
sides.
not, maybe not
Government
anti-war, but
forces
he didn't want to
making
join the
a
fight.
final push.
Why would he randomly
Alexis had
decide to
made it
join the
out,
fight now?
but his brother, like I say, Marcos was always shit out of luck. The guy'd been waiting at his brother's place.
So basically we can choose to pick
Marcos
up this
was
gun
wounded,
here.
caught in the leg by shrapnel.
I see. Do you think he went there to check his brother
A lot of trial and error in
anyway?
this part here. Okay. You don't want to get shot by the AAF. I don't even know.
Marcos was there
You might be able to
talk
get
his
shot
brother
by the
down.
FIA as well.
At the church.
So right now we're at the workshop.
Protected by the Geneva Convention, Article 51. But you gotta remember, right after the strike, it was total chaos.
This is a very cool part. It's like super foggy, like can't tell what's going on. It's very thematic. That's an AAF. Oh, no, that's an FIA guy. So I don't think he'll shoot me. We got AAF planes flying overhead, even though the cloud cover is like super heavy, and that's what they said was blocking it. Oh shit, that's an FIA. Try to get inside here. We're gonna save often, just so I don't have to replay this whole thing. Save as much time as possible. Might have to duck inside houses every once in a while. Oh, I'm gonna get shot. Oh god, that flashlight. Let me get in this house real quick. Maybe we can get by. Looks clear on this side at least. Oh god, that's a guy right there. I'm getting shot at. Oh god. Let's save. Maybe we'll get lucky. It's a shorter episode, but tells the story. An FIA gorilla. I mean, yeah, I don't really like to call them the FIA. That's what kind of what what would you call that? Like how you pronounce it phonetically, like the word FIA. But I prefer just saying the acronym. I don't. I mean, sometimes I'll call an organization like NATO. I won't call it NATO. But that's just because it's a mouthful. But FIA is easy to say relatively quickly, so made it. Hello, I need help.
An hour or two later, the government sent a truck to our camp. Soldiers searched the civilians for hidden weapons.
But they didn't find any.
No, and we'd already checked. It's vital our camps are weapon-free spaces, safe havens.
And Marcus, he must have made it through then.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
I would
just
so
about.
love some
We talked
more
a few times after. I don't know,
2035
it seemed
content. Like
different.
if the new
I can
if
imagine why.
if we got an Arma 4
And
in
what did he do after?
2035, I
Hard to
love
tell,
this setting
but-
so much.
Like I said, he kept looking for his brother.
Love IDAP in this
Cool.
campaign a lot.
And Marcus, his body, is still there in the churchyard?
Yeah. To think he survived all that just to return to the same spot less than a year later.
Nathan, you said that Alexis had been a recruit in the Altis Armed Forces.
Yeah, that's right.
So his decision to leave the army to join the guerrillas, do you know how that came about?
By the way, apparently
It's funny,
someone
I
near
asked Marcos
to me.
the same thing once.
I'll let
He
them
just
talk.
looked at me and shrugged. Later on, I heard their father had been killed in the Civil War, but I don't know. Whatever his reasons, Marcos seemed to have made peace with the fact he wouldn't change his brother's mind.
But yeah, apparently someone close to me has gotten COVID. I haven't been tested yet because I don't have any symptoms. But if I do get symptoms, I'll have to be tested, and presumably I'll, be fine. But just in case I never post again, I may have died from COVID. I mean, that's kind of jokey, but it is kind of serious that hopefully I don't get COVID and hopefully I don't die from it. But yeah, we'll see. Did we do all the memories in the town? I think we did. We didn't disarm all the bombs, though. We'll do that at the end, I think. There's always that part in a game, like an open world game or like this, where you're like nearing the end, or you were at the end basically, like, one mission left or whatever. And it's just kind of like you're in the world, like we're still walking around this town. It just feels like empty, kind of sad because there's nothing left to explore. There's no more content. There's no more story, other than the final ending thing, or if it's already ended and you're just in the open world. There's a lot of parts in that
Django's
game
been busy.
where
Even managed to clear out
Yeah,
a
it's
few
your-
mines.
for this one of my favorite things, and then it's like we're at the end. It was fun while it lasted, but everything has to end. It's kind of how it is. Maybe a little melancholic. Didn't care that I stepped on this guy. Okay, now we got the Major. The Major, just like in Ghost in the Shell, huh?
Special type, too. Very distinctive.
Remnants of the firefight, the one you've been telling me
This is
about.
a really good,
And Alexis.
for gameplay, this part's really good. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
As a matter of fact, I just met a guy claiming to have known
Pretty
him.
difficult. But of course, I'll save Scum just so we don't have to replay it 100 times.
So,
And even then, it can be kind of difficult.
firefight. It was. Just let me check.
And
the
of course, we're
calendar.
playing as the AAF, my
8
favorite
days ago?
faction.
Yeah. Day of the
Yeah,
NATO invasion.
I love this shit. So yeah, the
After
NATO invasion was 8
flashpoint
days
on
ago.
Stratus, there was chaos. Nobody seemed to know what to do. Finally, NATO got their act together, launched an assault on the Altus mainland.
And
That
CSAT.
stealth UAV.
Caught off guard by the whole thing.
Whoa,
They were there to fight guerrillas, not start World War III.
legs for some reason.
So when CSAT dropped their support, government forces panicked. They were on the back foot, needed to regroup. Major Gavras was put in charge, but it was a tall order. Gavras tried to fortify their position in the northwest, but it was a risk, and he ended up cut off. The guerrillas, they didn't hesitate, stormed its position, sent the survivors running.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, how did you come to hear this?
Costas Dimitri, a lieutenant, and the major's adjutant. Along with Gavras, the two of them were trying to make it to a helipack.
We have 2 magazines for our rifle.
Move 200 meters, front.
say they were trying to make it.
Mm-hmm. NATO took it out.
How?
Rest in peace.
Tank buster. At that point, they had air supremacy. Caught it on the hop.
Did they have another plan?
Not exactly, but they decided to make a stand at the church.
Also, I noticed I have a carbine, or just the short barrel version of the F2000. So I wonder. I guess he was an adjutant. I'm an adjutant for something like that, kind of like just an assistant kind of guy. So it makes sense that I don't have like I'm not a regular rifleman. I didn't notice that you can lead these guys.
Not the type to violate Loak then.
Well, that's
Pistol, no ammo or anything.
area.
Okay. Gray area because I possibly can violate the laws of war depending on how I play this, which is pretty cool.
In the course of the firefight, the Major used a mine dispenser. You can think of it like a portable minefield.
There's an enemy.
This thing throws
Helicopter,
14
300
mines as
meters
much as 50
north.
feet, spread out across a wide arc of fire in front of it.
And they're designed to maim rather than kill.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. They can still be lethal.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool piece of tech. Don't know how well it would work in real life, but in game it's pretty
The
cool.
Major ordered customs
up!
to place mines too.
Alright, so we have pistol with 2 mags,
Alexis,
rifle with 2
alongside a
mags,
bunch
with
of
partial
guerrillas,
mags
they
at
were
least.
approaching from the north.
So let's
At
see.
the same time, a NATO squad
I think
was
we
moving
put.
in on
I
their
usually put
position.
one
They-
there.
To activate the mine
And one in the
dispenser, they could
minefield.
either set a timer or trigger it remotely. They
And then we
scattered
cover
mines and
this
sat tight,
area here.
waiting for the enemy. Facing those kind of odds, it was the only thing they could do.
Do I have an SMG optic? Yeah. Save real quick. This is where it gets tough.
Changing mags!
11 rounds and 17 rounds.
Clear.
Best to stay crouched, I think. Well, that's the first aid that they gave to, what's his name? Marcos.
Contact!
Oh, that was fast. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to be so exposed next time.
Clear.
Yes, we'll... Hopefully they'll step on as many mines as possible. And it gives you the option to execute wounded enemies, and you get a special dialogue if you don't or do. Save again, just so we don't have to wait.
Hostiles! Dimitiero! Attack that rifleman! Contact rifleman! Contact soldier! Grenade!
He just threw a grenade in.
Engage that man! Right up ahead! Dimitiero! Engage that man! Right flank! Contact man! Soldier! 75 meters to the rear! Watch the frag! Contact soldier! 100 meters, right flank!
Major Gavras fell in the fighting
Okay.
that followed.
Well, we can't have that. Gavras gotta survive. Come on.
Enemy! Dimitiero!
They're throwing
Take
grenades.
that right ahead!
What the fuck?
Grenade!
I've never seen them throw grenades before.
Take that rifleman! Contact soldier! Contact man!
Honestly, I've never seen that before on this level. Oh, I'd love to grab one of those MXs, but these are the NATO guys. I guess they're here assisting the FIA. Although, timeline-wise, wouldn't... I don't know if the FIA should be helping them at this point. I guess I'll have to check the timeline for that. Or, I mean, they would be, but would they be coordinating like they are later in the campaign? Or do they throw grenades in? Smoke. Gonna have to clear this shit. What? Okay. Should have saved. I have to redo that. It's okay. It's okay. Die.
Incoming frag! Dimitiero, attack that rifleman! Watch the frag! Dimitiero, engage that man! Contact soldier! Contact man! Soldier,
Wait for him to
100
reload.
meters, back!
Or not.
Contact machine gunner!
Yeah, last mag.
Soldier, 5 meters, back! Dimitiero, engage that man! Contact rifleman!
Gut shot. Come on, step on some mines, guys.
Contact machine gunner!
3 rounds left in my main. Or do I have another mag?
Soldier,
I have
100
another
meters
make.
left!
There's someone stepped on a mine there. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. That wasn't... That was totally on me. That was
Enemy!
very dumb of me.
Dimitiero, engage that man! Incoming flag! Dimitiero, attack that rifleman! Front! Contact man! Man, 100 meters, back!
Surprised none of them have stepped on a mine. Headshot. Sorry, NATO guys.
Soldier, 75 meters, back! Man,
This is the
100
first time that I
meters,
can
back!
I remember. No, it's not. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's interesting that you... Oh, thanks for saving me, Gavras. Dude, that got a 50,000. Oh, it was at this moment he knew he fucked up. Actually, let me fix that. You can't even see my cursor right now. 1 second. Properties, capture cursor. Yeah, that's my... But now I can see it. Okay. So at this moment he knew he fucked up. This guy right about to rush me. I don't know if I have any rounds in my magazine. Let's see if I can save this. Okay, there we go.
Right up ahead!
Let's save. See if we can get a magazine off this guy. Oh!
Dimitiero, engage that
Oh,
machine
oh.
gunner, left flank! Contact machine gunner.
Guy booked it. My trusty 1911.
Machine gunner. Grenade! Reloading! Dimitiero! Fire at the soldier! Contact soldier! Contact rifle.
Oh, it's just smoke maybe? I heard something go off. Oh fuck. Okay. This smoke might fuck me. Try to cover the window. Save again.
Contact machine gunner!
Nice.
I've got him!
Thank you for that. These mines really aren't doing the work they usually do.
Contact! Medic! Running low on ammo.
A lot of fucking soldiers. This guy died here. Yeah, the F 2000, so I can grab his mags. Okay. Heal. Slipped on a mine, thank you. Slipped on another mine, slipped on another mine. Thank you. Reload.
Finally, a message came. Second helo was inbound.
They dispatched another.
Yeah, it was a risk, sure, but government forces were in free fall and the major was important. They just had to get to a
lot of
different
guys
LZ
just slipped
before
on mines.
reinforcements turned up and cut them off.
No, I shouldn't. Oh,
Contact
still,
man!
still guys out there. Oh. Step on more mines, please. I don't think I should have gotten any executed triggers. I don't think anyone has died from me, at least. Maybe those secondary. Oh, there we got a little cheat peek there. Okay. How do we kill this guy? A little bit of a cheat here. There we got a wounded guy. Oh, that's actually Alexis right there.
You've mentioned Alexis was with the guerrillas. How can you be certain?
Costas recognized him. Don't forget, the guy'd been in the army. Running off, going native, joining the enemy, big-time notoriety. His face was known. A hero for some, traitor for others.
So I could just execute him right there, but I won't do that. Oh. Okay. I was not expecting anyone else to be around because there were so many mines going off. Yeah, okay. Understandable. Okay, now if I remember correctly... Oh. Got that guy. Now we just gotta get this guy on the right, left here, right.
Contact rifleman!
Oh, behind me. Body armor might have saved me. Is that a wounded guy? I think he's wounded. Yep.
We've got an explosive here.
Save. I think we have enough bullets to do this. We made too many saves. Okay. We'll just save. Where's this last guy?
You've mentioned Alexis was with the guerrillas. How can you be certain?
Costas recognized me. Don't.
Oh, that guy's hiding behind the gravestone, huh? Right there, I think. Sneaky bugger, unless he runs out. Which he may do. Try to flank him, I guess.
Dimitiero, fire at the soldier just up ahead.
Okay, that's not good. Got him.
Dimitiero, engage that man, left flank.
There's another guy left? Jesus Christ, there's a lot of soldiers here. Save again, save scum.
You've mentioned Alexis was with the guerrillas. How can you be
Hearing that
certain?
voice line again.
Costas recognized me. Don't forget, the guy'd been in the army. Running off, going native, joining
Gotta be
the
careful on
enemy,
the stuff on my
big-time
mines.
notoriety. His face was known. A hero for some, traitor for others.
Where is this last guy?
Dimitiero, attack the sniper.
Sharpshooter, huh? Minefield here.
Spotted a mine.
Okay, I might be being stupid here, walking here. Where's this last guy? Or these last guys? Maybe he's telling me to shoot the wounded guys? I mean, obviously not in lore, because I don't think he's supposed to be like that, but
200 meters left.
maybe his AI is like, oh yeah, kill those live entities still, or whatever. I don't see anyone. Yeah, that was the, I didn't see it overhead. I was distracted, but, that was an AAF fighter clearing the airspace so we can bring in a helicopter.
Clear.
Pretty cool little detail. Although, realistically, would the AF at all have the possibility of gaining even a little bit of aerial superiority? I don't think so. Probably get shot down like immediately from beyond visual range, but whatever.
600 meters east.
Still cool. Someone bailed out. And the helicopter's landing, so we can just go for it now, I think. Save, just to be sure. And we're pretty much at the end of the campaign. Once this is over, it's just the decision. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna reload and listen to that. We'll do the regular walking speed just so we can hear the dialogue. Did they just shoot down the fucking parachuter? Damn. I didn't notice that before. And look at that low flying. Holy shit. Yeah, the guy who bailed out of that plane just got blown up.
Talk to me about the Major. What happened when he returned? Did he survive the war?
Yeah, he did. He's
Very
pretty much
key
the
part of
reason
lore
NATO's
here.
invasion lasted 3 days instead of 1. You heard about the fierce fighting at Karakora, right?
Yes, a colleague of mine covered that actually.
Well, that was Gavris. He held the line till the government capitulated. And now, actually, he's involved in the peace process.
Great piece of music here again. I think I've pulled it out in the past. Not everyone in the AF is a monster, right? This kind of shows us. Not all black and white, like it's kind of portrayed in the East one. Although it isn't even portrayed like that in the East one, it's just kind of extrapolated on by people. Generally, though, I'm not going to be apologist. Generally, there are a lot of assholes in the AF. Look, AF Special Forces kind of guys. Cool. Non-standard gear, like I like to point out.
How did your paths cross? I'm still a little unclear.
Oh, Lieutenant Dimitriou. He came to IDAP, to our camp. The AAF provided us with information on the mines. Guy was a wreck, but his training had kicked in. He documented the minefields. Well, as best he could. But for Marcos, it was already too late. He'd already found one. Poor bastard.
Did Costas explain what happened to the others? Those wounded by the mines in the firefight?
No, he got out of there pretty quick from the sounds of it. Andy, though, my colleague here, he reckons some of them were rescued by a NATO response team.
Okay. You've mentioned Alexis was with the guerrillas. Do you know what became of him?
No, but Costas said he'd stepped on a mine. If he is alive, he's not been left much of a life.
Yeah, that's not fair. I mean, plenty of people go on to live great lives after losing a leg or a limb. So how you look at it, I mean, sure, it would suck a lot, but you could still have plenty of cool stuff going on. And here we go. Oh, wait, what's for that? Why is he glitching out? There we go, Kino. It's all what it's all about. No, that is a great shot.
Honestly, Nathan, all this information, it's a godsend. You've given me loads to work with here.
It's nothing, really.
Now, there's just one last question I'd like to ask you.
Now,
It's
here's
subjective,
the...
so take your time.
Sure. Fire away.
In your opinion, who's most to blame for all the suffering in Oreokastro? NATO? The guerrillas? CSAT? The Altis Armed Forces? Or, I don't know, something else?
Now, the obvious answer here
You've seen things from both sides.
is this is war, like how it's not really any one side's 100% fault, but I'm not gonna go with that this time because I mean I'm sure plenty you can look it up if you want to see all the endings or whatever, but this time maybe we'll do the meme option and pick the FIA is at fault. We're pro AAF after all. kind of the stance I've taken. Although, I'm clear that I don't actually think the AF are great people, but well, let's pick this one and just see what he says.
I'd have to say the guerrillas. I mean, without them, there'd be no conflict, you know? They chose to dig deep into civilian infrastructure. They hid themselves among the population. I don't know. These guys didn't give a damn about what it cost. They wanted power and would do anything to get it. And the folks here in
Hearing him
Oreokastro,
say that is pretty funny.
they're the ones that have suffered. They're the ones left to face the remnants of war.
Yep, that was a great DLC. I'll finish it off with disarming all the stuff, I think, and then we'll end the part after that. Yeah, this wasn't a very long part at all. It's a much shorter DLC than you really realize when you first play through it. Feels a lot longer than it is. But I mean, it's not a short DLC by any means. It's a decently sized piece of content. But thank you, Bohemia Interactive, Netherlands.
Right. And here, US Marine Corps, not USMC? Marine Corps.
Can we skip this? I appreciate all the work they did. Okay, yeah.
I have a link for you. It's to my article. Be gentle. It's a draft. My editor's running it by legal as we speak.
I won't read this whole thing. I'll skim through it, and if you want to read it, you can pause it. But basically, yeah, it recounts all that we've learned. It's kind of like a recap. Yeah, the Jerusalem ceasefire in 2030 was no more than a political whitewash, as if the Civil War never ended. I mean, it certainly seems that way. It certainly seems like, although there wasn't as much fighting as the Civil War, it was still like, the FIA were still very much active, and they were basically like the loyalists. So basically, a Civil War going on. I guess it changes the article depending on which one you pick. I didn't notice that before, so I will read through this. I don't think planting mines prohibits the laws of war, or is prohibited by the laws of war. Maybe anti-personnel mines beside anti-tank mines is I'm not sure. Miraculously survived the fighting, so yeah, we use it as a barricade. 'Oh yeah, Marcos being rescued from Oreokastro. 2 week long siege, yeah. Pretty long, they managed to hold out. Thanks to government soldiers receiving NATO training in the laws of armed conflict, he was able to depend on the Geneva Conventions, use the civilian status to reach IDAP workers. That's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure the AAF will shoot you if they see you. But, huh, who knows? Yeah, Marcos is the civilian brother. So yeah, I guess a few days ago he went up there because there was a firefight and he thought his brother was there. And his brother may have been there, may have survived, but then he was killed when he stepped on a landmine. Marcos was killed after that. Is Alexei may have survived, or Alexis may have survived. Yeah, they won't receive a criminal investigation. Guerrilla fighters with a civilian hostage. Look at these evil guerrillas. Yeah, very good. Then you can see a little bit of this little web page thing, non-clickable, but you can hover over these things. Be cool to have a game where you could actually look at these articles and stuff, kind of like in GTA. Post-disaster losses in the Horizon Islands. Iraqi terrorists to be brought to trial after negotiations. What caused the Altus incident? Miller. Yeah. We'll disarm the mines and then finish this up.
I've still got work to do here.
Maybe we should have done that before, because then we could have wrapped it up
well,
almost
thanks again
immediately.
for everything.
But
Should I let you get on, or?
I don't mind talking. Maybe I can tell you a bit more about the town.
they tell us where all the mines are. Most of them I've either stepped on or disarmed, so can't talk anymore though. I mean, we could if we redid the memories, but we've basically done all we can. So basically, just we gotta disarm the mines, and then we're done here. These two guys.
If there's one thing I remember about Alexis, it was the guy's pickup truck. Thing made a hell of a racket.
And his brother, wasn't he a mechanic? Why wouldn't he fix it?
Oh, believe me, he tried. But that was Alexis. Stubborn as a mule.
Yeah, you can go in here and there's a guy about to be executed or something in the gorilla flashback, but I never went there. I didn't explore too much during that. I should have, but oh well. Where's this last mine? It's over here. Yeah, here it is. Well, it's not the last one, but we just gotta go to the church, I think. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, there's, No, that's just the general marker. Yeah, we gotta go to the church and disarm all those little bomblet, or those little minelets.
Got a quick update for you.
Listen, bud.
Yeah, so NATO have bagged and tagged their dead.
Jesus, Andy, anyone ever mentioned you got away with words?
Not really. Anywho,
Bagged and tagged.
half-assed job. Still a bunch of landmines around. Worth checking out?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. I'll head up there.
It looks like they didn't disarm
See what
any
I can
mines, honestly. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for nothing.
Hey, fuckhead!
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. At least disarming in this is way easier than disarming with the Ace mod. You have to get like right on top of mines to disarm them in that. Here you have a pretty wide angle to do it at. Doing our NGO work. Looks like most of our mines landed in this one little spot. No one really stepped on it. It does change the location of the mines depending on where you place them in the previous mission also, so. Oh, we got the bodies here. They didn't clean up the gorilla bodies, I guess. They cleaned up the NATO ones. Alexis, is it here? So, probably survived. Let's just say that. Or at least he was taken out of here. Maybe he, I didn't hear what they said. Someone had picked up some wounded. So, yeah, I don't know. He's somewhere. Shame about his brother. Okay, one over here. Wait, did it dig itself in? Okay, good. Thought maybe it would like be on top of the tower and I wouldn't be able to get it. I would find some way to no clip or some shit if that was the case. And I'm not gonna get an achievement for 100%ing it or anything, but I do like to. I would like to 100% this DLC, just to be definitive about it. It's just why I want to do the next part in the Eastwind as well. My thoughts on the DLC in general? Yeah, it's really good. I recommend playing it yourself. Although, you know, you've already kind of seen everything it has to offer, but who knows? Maybe you'll enjoy it even more.
Andy, you
If I
there?
cleared all the explosives.
What? Yeah, I'm not sleeping. What? What's up? We done here?
Yeah, I'll meet you by the van in 5.
All right, Mac. I'll get us packed up.
Only if it's not too much effort, Sleeping Beauty.
I'd love to see more adventures with these two. Man, this DLC is so good. Washed out the colors. Those orange cones are like gray. Let's get one last look at old Oreokastro. The little tree where everyone put their messages. Yep. That's what it was like before. We got all the memories, right? I don't see any others highlighted. I think we got them all. Time to go. Goodbye, Oreokastro. Till next time.
Hey, it's me.
Hello. Did I hear correctly? You're on the move?
Yeah, next job. Some truck hit an AT mine yesterday. Little ways out from here, I said we'd check up on it.
Okay. I'll not keep you. Thanks again. And good luck out there, Nathan. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye, Kate.
It's over. Yeah, we disarmed a lot of mines and UXOs. All right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that was a good series. Next part will be in a few days, probably, or maybe next week. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't die from COVID. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.